Today I'm going to be breaking down Trumpet by Olamide and CKay, where as usual I will be talking you through the various elements of the track that I'm picking up on as we go through it. Now, as you know, I can't break down every single element of the track because otherwise we'd be here forever. So if you want to, grab yourself a pair of headphones, listen along with me, and let me know some of the things that you identified in the comments down below. Also, if you have a song or an artist that you would like me to review, break down, whatever it is that you want to call it, then go ahead and pop that into the comments also. Let's get it.
Kill it, passing you, such you, so me, so you. I saw the way you were looking at me.
Okay, right, absolutely love the mood that's being set here, right? We're opened up with some beautiful pianos playing very simple chords. We get a key change in there as well. Then over the top of that, we get dun 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 dun, different sound, different pitch. It's meant to be a standout sound, and it just does a really good job of adding sort of like some diversity, but also ambience to that intro. We then get into the chorus. Not much changes here. We've still got the pianos playing those simple chords. The beat comes in. That's at, you know, I would say a kind of mid-tempo range. And then we've just got CKay's vocals, right? Listen to the vocal delivery. It's not always aligned to the rhythm of the beat. Sometimes it's a little bit slower, and some of those lyrics and phrases are kind of elongated a little bit. We've got a nice bit of reverb being added to CKay's vocals. And overall, you know, you kind of put all of those things together. It does an excellent job at conveying the theme of the song, which, you know, listen, at its core is about love and passion. So, yeah, listen. Bang on. Harmonies there. Bass in now. Follow up vocals. Okay, right, listen, standout job of kind of padding and filling out the back end of that chorus there. I noted some things there, so follow-up vocals, layers, harmonies, like riffs and all that sort of stuff. But one thing that stands out to me is we get no, but in sort of like a whistle sound. It actually sounds like a recorder, right? Like the type I used to have at school when I was a kid. Does it need to be there? Not really, but it does add sort of like more character to those vocals that we wouldn't have without it. Just listen to that quickly.
Say I'm very lucky, that booty chunky. I'm going off key, oh my juicy talkie.
Harmonies at the back end of the phrases there.
I'm by your back and follow you like a monkey. Not even bragging, you know what's cracking. I'm never lagging, unleash the dragon. Love me a baddie, like a shiny. TGNG, throat coat, never gagging. You what you want. I never do one quarter for you. I go do more if you let me fuck am for you.
Right, absolutely love it, man. Okay, right, listen, let's talk about the verse very quickly. So, first segment of the first verse is no different to what we had in the chorus. We have these simple chords being played, drums and the vocals here. But actually, pay attention to what happens in the second segment, which is where we're at now, of the first verse, right? We get a slight transition that happens, which kind of, I think it sounds, and I'm going from memory, sounds like a reverse cymbal. Then we get a couple of hits, right, on some percussive instruments. But then the bass comes in after that transition hits, right? We get a different rhythm in terms of vocal delivery here. But pay attention to the pianos because the pianos change as well. We begin to get more riffs on the higher notes on the pianos, right? Really, really good way to switch it up, but just kind of, you know, kind of bolster out that whole vibe of the track, man. It's like, it's just spot on. Listen.
Unleash the dragon, love me a baddie.
Right, it's coming up.
Shandy, TGNG, throat coat, never gaggy.
Transition. Bass.
I never
Keys.
do one quarter for you. I go do more if you let me fuck am for you. I better, I know that you wanna. They collect banana. Go chop la la.
Love you, love you, love you. Raga raga, do you love you?
It's beautiful,
Love
mate.
you, love you. Kill it, passing you.
Okay, right. So something that's different to this chorus that we didn't have in the first chorus is you notice here we've got some vocal riffs in the background there, right? And they are just doing an outstanding job of kind of again kind of bringing that emotion home that's behind the track, right? And I'm not saying it's the kind of sad emotion, but there is an emotion behind the track. There's an emotion behind most music, be it happy, sad, frantic, you know, whatever it be. So that they're doing a really good job of bringing that emotion home, but they're also adding depth to that vocal, right? Let me just take that back quickly.
Love you, love you,
Right, they're coming up.
love you.
Listen to that.
Do you love you? Love you, love you. Kill it, passing you. Such you, so me, so you. I saw the way you were looking at me. If you come to my I know go tired.
Ah, stunning.
I'm singing for sex. Baby, blow my trumpet.
Sound again.
Nami shekete mami, nami chokoto mami, nami wembuni for me, put it on me, no different for me. Shorty bunda so critical.
Okay, right. Slightly different rhythm in terms of vocal delivery here from the first verse to the second verse. This verse is a little bit more pacey. It's a bit more choppier. There's much more bounce to the delivery of the lyrics. Just listen to that.
Mami, nami chokoto mami, nami wembuni for me, put it on me, no different for me. Shorty bunda so critical, got me speaking Japanese, konnichiwa. Everybody want the cookie jar, body hot like the sun with it follow picture. She know me domitilla, but she be sinner. Baby dilla, shorty na killer. I know they take it bullshit, no they push me. They want to
More
chop
harmonies.
me raw like a sushi. I'm not Toloshi, they want to use me. I do my thing jackpot, tell them deuces. I better lose it, I know one Susie. I give it bang bang bang, Femi Kuti.
If you come to my
What, mate? Oh, man, listen to those strings that come in. Right, do you know what? Like, if you were playing them sort of like in kind of like lower notes, I'm not saying they wouldn't have an impact, because they would, but the fact that they're coming in higher, right, and they're cutting through the instrumental, they're almost to a degree cutting through the vocals as well. Come on, man.
Tell them deuces, I better lose it. I know one Susie, I give it bang bang
Listen.
bang, Femi Kuti.
If you
Oh, it's stunning, man.
I know go tired. I've been singing for sex. Baby, blow my trumpet.
And those saxes at the end, come on. Okay, so final summary on the track. Really like the way that they opened us up with the pianos and kind of playing those chords, and then we had that sound come over the top, which created, you know, a sense of ambience within the intro. But those two things put together, I think, done a really good job, you know, out the gate of kind of setting the mood and setting the tone of the track. Instrumentally, I really like the fact that they kept it simple, but knew how to kind of build on it towards the back end of the verses and the choruses, where they would bring in the bass and then add variations to the other musical elements. Vocally, I like the touches that they added, from the layers to the harmonies to the follow-up vocals to the ad-libs to the riffs, the runs and all this sort of stuff. I thought they'd done a really good job of not just conveying the theme of the song, but adding emotion and depth to both the verses and the choruses. In terms of the artists, I thought they done a really good job delivering, but also good collaboration, worked really well. And then the final thing was those instruments towards the back end of the track where we had the sax and we had the keys. Would have liked to hear more of those sort of like in the track itself or maybe throughout, but it's not a bad thing because, to be honest with you, all it's done is made me want to just kind of hit this and put it on repeat. So yeah, overall, absolutely banging track. Okay, that's it from me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you in the next one.